Hello, friends. I am Tiana Smith with TianaSmithCoaching.com, and welcome to the Scale Your Biz Bootcamp. Today is day one, and I'm so excited that you are here. So please, I'm going to be running this from a live perspective, and that is the priority are the people coming live. But if you end up being able to watch this in replay mode, or later down the line, if you're part of the paid program, this is 100% still relevant. This training is the kind of timeless, at least for a while. How do you really scale your business online? So if you want to comment in the comments, who you are, where you're tuning in from. The super exciting part about online marketing is that all of us can join in and not only see and be close to each other and be connected, but we also are tapping into a global economy. So let me know in the comments where you're coming in from. And if you are, I'm going to fix my collar. Let's take a moment to do some things. Don't you love when you're like getting totally ready and then you're like, I missed something? Well, hello, I'm a human. And one day I'll have a whole team helping me, but not today. So, yes, comment where you're coming in from. I am live streaming from Dallas, Texas, which is a beautiful area. And I live on the outskirts of it in this gorgeous neighborhood. And it's such a blessing to be alive today to get to come and join all of you. So I'm going to see if I can see the comments. Sometimes it lets me see it or not. We've got Ohio. We've got the Philippines. Thank you for the compliments on the jacket. Super excited. How in Austin, Texas? Yes, Michigan. I have not been exploring in Austin, Texas yet, but I'm excited to as well. Michigan, I've lived in Michigan. So I grew up living all over. I've been to 37 states, lived in 13 of them, have traveled to about, I think, 10 other countries. So lots still more to see though. And so yeah, it's just a fantastic thing. Type in the comments if you're excited about scaling your business online, and type in global market. So like the global market. We don't need to be in fear about any recessions or about any things. It's not that there's not truth, but there's also a reality, which is that there are more than enough people today, every day, who have more than enough money to hire you. And what we're doing through this program, which I'm going to walk you through step by step. Yes, global market, Kansas, awesome. Is that we're going to tap into this global marketplace, a global economy. And there is no lack in this world. And so part of what I train in is, yes, scaling, but I am an abundance mindset person. And there is more than enough. So I'll be dropping those little sayings and different things like that. And I'm going to be sharing with you. So type number one in the comments if you are ready to take a peek at my brand new Scale Your Business Bootcamp playbook. Okay, this is a Scale Your Business playbook. Me and my team have been working on this. I want to do a shout out to Darla, a shout out to Grace, say hello to them. They're going to be in here this week. They are my professional dream team. They're amazing women and so strong and so independent and so brilliant that I'm so grateful that they are on our team. So they will be there for mentoring, for coaching, and essentially what we're giving you in this group is an exchange, not for money. We're exchanging our energy. So put energy in the comments, energy. And your energy is your presence. As you know, we can always make more money. Say it with me. I can always make more money, but you can't get your time back. And I don't take that for granted that you're showing up here or that I'm showing up here with my time. So I'm coming to be 100% present with you. And what I'm asking instead of cash today is I'm asking for your presence. Okay, so put in there presence. My presence is your present, and your presence is my present. Try saying that 100 times fast, or just once. Just once was hard enough. So I'm going to share a little bit about who I am so you know that you can totally know what I'm talking about. If you don't know who I am, I'm going to go into a little bit, and then we're really going to dive deep into this. And let me just give you an overview because it is day one, though. And if you're joining us live in the Scale Your Biz Bootcamp, it's important to know how this is run. I run this different than most people would run a Facebook bootcamp or things like that. We've actually created a course, an accelerator program, a live coaching program in 5 days ways that I could charge at least $5,000 for easily and give you that value. And so I would really like you to pretend like you already put $5,000 on your card, on your debit account, on a business loan, whatever it was, and that you're showing up at 100% to play. Okay. I know that's difficult to do, but at the end of this week, on Wednesday, I'm going to give 2 people a big scholarship. And on Friday, the gates open for our new 7-figure club. And so I am going to be pitching to you at that time. But the deal is this whole week, I'm going to just be giving you the value. I'm actually giving you access to my paid 7-figure club Scale Your Business Playbook. This week only, it's brand new. Okay. And so who's excited to see this? And a little about me, I'm Tiana Smith with TianaSmithCoaching.com. You can read more about me online, but the deal is this: my specialty is helping entrepreneurs start up to 6- and 7-figure earners scale wherever they're at, 10x, their income, really get to those levels. If you've never made 10K a month, I've helped so many people get to their first 10K months. I've also helped people have their first 6, 7, and 8-figure launches with my strategies and my funnels. Who doesn't want to do that? Put a number 1 in the comments, or put cash in the comments if you are excited about making more cash. And I'm actually going to start us off with a little bit of going introspective. So I want to make sure we know why we're doing this. Okay. So put a 1 in the comments if you're ready for me to share my screen and us jump into this playbook. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. And let's go. So can you type a number 1 in the comments if you can see me, hear me, and see my screen? I just want to be sure that you can see me, hear me, and see my screen. And if you can just let me know that, I would appreciate it. See me, hear me, and see my screen. Yes? Okay. So the thing with StreamYard, which is what I'm using, I can't see myself anymore, but this is really what we're talking about. We're so excited to be sharing this with you today. This is brand new, never before seen. This is the Scale Your Biz Playbook. And here's what you're going to learn this week and through this playbook. You're going to learn the 3 offers and the 3 funnels you need to automate sales. So put funnels in the comments if you can get super excited about that. Funnels in the comments if you can get super excited about this going on, okay? So no, I'm going to double check that I can hear all these things going on too. And also, if one of you guys can private message me even and just let me know that this is all going good, that'd be fantastic. You're going to learn the number 1 secret to cash injection coaching that's also heart-centered and fun. You don't need to be scared of words like cash or sales. That's just the lifeblood to any business. If you can't sell, you're not going to be in business, especially as a solopreneur online, okay? So we're going to get used to words. We don't need to be in fear of anything. We're rock stars, we're warriors, we're queens. Any kings in here? Let's go. And the truth about the systems you need in place to actually scale your business to 6, 7, and 8 figures. Who's excited? Type the number 3 in the comments right now for these 3 top things that we're going to start with. Okay. So number 3 in the comments right now. Let's rock this thing. Okay. You can see me. Okay. I'm just double checking. 1 sec. Okay, so you can read more about me. I want to give a brief overview though, and this will be in your playbook, which you will get access to right after our live stream. It will be posted in the group, okay? So this is about how do you actually scale your business. I'm not going to read through all this. You can read it later, but essentially there's a lot of talk of scaling, right? Who's heard it? Put it in the comments. And it seems that a lot of coaches and business strategists have something different to say. I don't know about you, but I hear things like, you don't need a funnel. Put your name and email here and I'll tell you why you don't need a funnel. And realize they're actually putting you in their funnel. So people actually lie and deceive, and it's no fun. I'm sure if we did a raise of hands, I don't like to focus on the negative, but all of us have probably been burned by somebody. Okay. I mean, you can put the fire symbol if you've been burned, the emoji, the fire emoji, if you've been a little burned by some people. But just like dating, and maybe some people do give up, but if you would have given up, you wouldn't have found your match. And the same with business coaches and the same with funnels. Just because you've been burned doesn't mean you give up. Just because you go to a really good Mexican restaurant and then it actually turns out to be terrible doesn't mean you don't eat Mexican food again. You find a new restaurant. And I just want to encourage all of you to start to have more of that mentality and to be positive and to be a go-getter. And so put a heart in the comments. And if you're committed to being more heart-centered, being more open, as well as wise, because it's cool to have discernment, but fear and blaming blaming other people. Like if you went to the new Mexican restaurant, you're like, hey, I need to see all your food and I need to taste it before I pay you. You know, I have people who say that about my business. It's like, no, we're exchanging value. So you can look at my testimonials and you can see what I do, but I get paid. Okay. And so you get paid. Say it in the comments. I get paid. And I pay people who I trust and who I know do a good job. Okay. So we're going to start this off on a clean foot. We're going to so I want everybody to take a deep breath in. So breathe in, exhale. So now this time what I want you to do is I want you to breathe in love. And I want you to exhale the past and disappointments and hurts. Sometimes it's easy, okay? So here's the deal though, with my undergrad in music business, my master's in new media, and over 10 years of working with companies like Sony, Warner Brothers, celebrities, and entrepreneurs, and helping startup entrepreneurs, which is really one of my passions, create their first 5-figure, 6-figure, and 7 figures. So that's my passion because I believe when we help people learn how to make money doing what they love, they're happier. Put a smiley face in the emojis or say happier if you're happier when you're doing what you love and making really awesome money doing what you love. Put a happy face. So I have a system that simplifies scaling your business online down to 4 main principles and processes. Okay. And this is what I'm going to walk you through. So type the number 1 again in the comments if you're ready for our day 1, part 1, foundations and framework to scale. Let's do it. Okay, now what I'm going to start with is a little bit going inward. If anybody hasn't seen the Simon Sinek, Start With Why. It's a great YouTube. I highly recommend it, okay? So what we're going to do is let's talk about the why behind your business and scaling goals. The why behind my why, behind my business is that one is I've always loved freedom and creativity. I've only had 3 jobs for 3 months at a time, 9 months of my entire career. That's it. I've worked for myself this whole time. I've made money doing music production, touring, music business placements, marketing, branding, and the last 15 years, online marketing, design, and funnels. And I've really specialized in these areas, gone deep with them. But my why was I did not want to spend my time, my life around people that I didn't really want to work with. So when you're around other employees or bosses that don't treat you well, you either have to get a new job. And again, I also didn't like being capped on my income. I'm just sharing my why with you because I know what it is. And then when I had my children, and then when I got divorced with 2 young children, I was it. I either had to figure out how to get some support. I still made too much money even on my side hobby with this to get any financial support anyway. And I didn't want that. I wanted to be my own woman. There's a line on my vision board behind here that said she needed an investor, so she became one. You can put that and write it down for you. I wanted to be my own investor. And guess what? I am now. I have used my business money to travel and work with Grammy winners. Nashville, this was just a couple months ago. I got a big deal in Nashville and I got these, my producer friend who was working backstage with them. This is Garth Brooks and his wife, Trisha Yearwood. I've traveled to Paris, done my launches. This is in front of my Jeep with my daughter, Coral. Portugal, London. So traveling is very important to me, but really just being free to create, free to learn on my time, on my dime, and work with people I love. I get to choose my team now. I get to choose to support my children, and it is a huge blessing. So I'm going to give you this workbook. We're not going to dive deep into it right now. This is your homework. Is like, what is it about your why that's going to keep you going? Because we're about to talk about some systems, some tech, and some expenses that if you're not very clear about, yes, I'm doing this, yes, whatever it takes, it could feel a little overwhelming. And I want to reframe this for you. So put the word why, I know my why, in the comments. And even if you don't right now, that you are committed to figuring this out ASAP. So I know my why. I know my why. Okay. So that's what I want you to really get clear on, because before we dive into the online overview and the online space, which is what we're about to do, I have created a little worksheet for you. Okay. So let's run through it. Because the truth is this, it takes courage, daily action, a go-getter spirit, and extreme discipline to actually get these systems set up and then scale your business to 6, 7, and 8 figures. And there's 3 things I've realized about myself and clients who have succeeded at scaling their business. They know their why they get up every day, their passion, their mission, and it's interconnected to their business and whom they serve, and their goals, financial and otherwise. I actually am not that incentivized by cash. I'm incentivized by what it can buy for me. experiences, giving back to others, providing for my family, giving to my clients. I love giving. And I feel like it's not the best thing to talk about, but any of my others givers out there, put a little raise your hand how you get excited to give. But I also want you to tap back into your why needs to include things for you. Your kids grow up, and it's not healthy to just give back to people. You know, one of the greatest commands, love others as yourself. Well, if you don't love yourself and fill yourself up, how can you love others to completely as well? Okay, so this is very important to be tapped into all these things. So let's go back to this in the playbook. So through this playbook, what I want you to take some time to do during your homework is it's very important for you to know what it is that you do. Okay, are you a coach, a consultant? Are you a course creator, membership, community? And you can check all that apply. Are you an author? Do you write blogs or books or other journalist kind of thing? Are you a business owner? Do you have a local business or an online agency with a team? Are you a creative entrepreneur? You sell your art, music, crafts, etc. through your website and or sites like Etsy. And again, you can check all that apply, but understand for you to scale, you're probably going to need to learn how to focus on one area if you've not already hit 6 to 7 figures in an area. Okay. So sometimes there's things that are our passion projects and we invest in them. Like I'm writing a musical right now. So my coaching and consulting and membership community has been paying for my creative entrepreneur side. Cool. So type the number 3 in the comments if you're with it. You're like, yes, we get this. We have a fillable playbook that you can download and print, or you can fill it in digitally. And we'll be posting this for you where you're going to go through this. It's going to be, what is your business? What is your title? Who do you serve? Like, who is your ideal client? What qualities do you want in your clients? What qualities do you not want in your clients? And this is a shortened version of our ideal client avatar that we give to our high ticket clients in the 7-figure club. But we wanted to give everybody some value today to really start to narrow in on this. The second thing you're going to be asking yourself, or the third, I think I got my numbers incorrect here, is what is your big financial goal? Why is that number your goal? And what will you change in your life when you hit that goal? Where will you live? What will you wear? Where will you travel? You want to write down why it's important. Where will you be this time next year if something doesn't change? So real quick, I want you to actually ask yourself, where will you be this time next year if something doesn't change in your life and business? I lead with the heart and with the positives, but it is actually very important to look at, let's say, the negatives or the reality of, like, let's say you don't hit the gym and you've gained 30 pounds. Will you gain another 30 pounds in a year, or will you want to release that? Staying the same is impossible. You've probably heard it said that you're either growing or you're dying. I think dying is a little extreme, but you're either growing or you're backtracking, because there's really no such thing as treading water. So are you willing to keep treading water? Are you ready to live your dream life now? Because treading water is just going to take you backwards. You can only tread so long. Okay. So let's get started. Type the number 2 in the comments if you're ready to get started on the playbook of the online overview of what this online space really looks like. I'm going to break it down. Number 2 in the comments. Okay. Because it's very important to talk about what's really going on online, because there's a lot of people just overcomplicating it, because when they overcomplicate it, it puts you into fear mode and then it wants you to buy. My whole premise and my whole marketing has always been, I'm going to be really real with you. I'm going to educate you whether you buy from me or not. And what you usually learn is you probably want me and my team to put all these things in place because you're going to get to your financial goals faster. And that's why it's extremely important for us to start with why. So put the number 2 in the comments if you're ready to check this out. Okay, cool. Awesome. Seeing the 2s come through. So there are 3 main income streams for online entrepreneurs. There's low ticket offerings, there's mid-level ticket offerings, and there's high ticket offerings. Okay. And we're about to break it down right here. So here's the deal though. At the top of this, which is what we talked about on some of these worksheets up here, this all goes together, is you or your brand. Okay. So if I go back to this page, which is what is it that you do? What do you call yourself or your business? That's at the top of this whole graphic, okay? So this is you or your brand. So for me, it's Tiana Smith Coaching. Now I have different products. Too many people though, they really, I'm going to remove this really quick and I'm going to lower my standing desk because I was standing for a while, and I'm going to like lower this back down, and we're going to do some smooth moving around because I want to sit down and really talk face to face with you about this. So Here's the deal. If you don't, there's the 3 offers, but your offer is not your brand. Why do celebrities, like for example, we all know the Kardashians. So the Kardashians are able to put their name on, let's say, a makeup line and make it famous. They weren't the chemists or the scientists who created the makeup. They're like, oh, they come in there with their name. They're like, I like this one. And they combine with the brand that's actually behind it. And they put the celebrity name on it because the celebrity name has clout. So why I talk about with some of the marketing is becoming your own celebrity, holding yourself like a celebrity. And listen, it takes some time to get there. I don't know what's up with this jacket. I'm going to take a minute. It's like I get so excited and then it starts to like just move all around. And so what happens is, like, if you're confused and you're marketing a product, you're missing the point. You need to learn to market the brand. For example, Gucci has lots of products. There's belts, there's bags, there's shirts, but they're not the shirt and you're not your course. You're not the book. Does this help? So write the word clarity, CLARITY in the comments, clarity. This is extremely important to understand. You need to say, I am the brand, or if you have a company name as well. Sometimes the company name is the brand, okay? So Gucci, or there could be Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is not Unleash the Power Within. That is a program he sells. He also has a book, which is a $30 product compared to a $2,000 product. And then he's got like one-on-one coaching, which he coached that really famous, was an MMA fighter. And that is definitely something that's going to charge, I don't know if he charges like $1 million for that, right? So he has different programs at different levels. But he is none of those programs. Those are offerings that he offers for limited times. So you need to remember that I am the brand and my products are what I offer. So type that in the comments. I am the brand. My products are what I offer. Okay. So people will buy from you when they trust you. So the reason that people are buying, all these Kardashian stuff is, I don't know if trust is the right word, but they're very famous and they have clout and they trust them in that area. They trust the beauty products because these women are known right now, and it's all subjective, but it's okay. Let's call it what it is. They are known as, people are looking at them like, I want to look like that. So they buy the beauty products. So it's important. You may not like how marketing or psychology works around this, but you can know how it works and then learn how to use it in an ethical way that aligns with your values. But it's still really important to understand how this actually works. Okay. There you go. There you go. I'm the brand. My products are what I offer. So it could be a book. And if you want to put in the comments right now, what products do you offer? Start to think about it. And this is in your playbook, but this is an interactive, live coaching call. So you want to put in the comments like, yeah, what do you offer? So for me personally, I offer one-to-one coaching and done for you funnels. I offer courses. I offer live in-person events. And I also offer musical performances. So there's different offerings depending on who the ideal client is. So sometimes, let's go and talk about this. If you have different offerings, right? If we come up here, what is your business? Who do you serve? You might need to fill out 2 of these pages. Like, so if I was filling this out for music, I would say, who do I serve? Okay, I serve companies who want to pay me to perform at an event. So this is a different thing. But if I say, who do I serve in business? I serve entrepreneurs, coaches, course creators. You see what I mean? Because at the top of this, you are your brand. And then you've got different items and programs. So let's talk about low ticket items. And I'm going to break down this whole wheel here. Okay. So this is we redid one of my trainings. Darla helped on my team, and everybody gets this printout. And again, you are welcome to share these things, but always give me credit. That's actually a law. So real quick on the laws around writing things, you can share anything somebody has given. You can't reprint it on your own accord without permission, but you can share it online and tag me, give credit to where credit is due. And with music, you actually can't share anything without permission. It's very interesting. That's why sometimes if any of you have ever posted a video and they say, hey, you can't post that on Facebook, it was okay on TikTok, but not Facebook, because there's different laws around music. So anyway, low ticket items, mid-level programs, high ticket programs. So low ticket items essentially is like anything under $97. Like that's extremely low. It really could be under 300, but I've put that at mid-level. Low ticket items could include a digital download, i.e., fonts, printables, posters, an info product, a book, a guide. Low ticket, not free. Free is up here. We're going to talk differently about the offers and the funnels in a couple days. But right here, your low ticket course, it could be an upsell from your free offer. And you're like, hey, if you want to get the whole thing just right now from this page only, it's 97 instead of 297. There's Canva templates, digital templates, like when you see people selling on Etsy, like Lightroom presets, printable sheet music, even anything that is a low ticket. Again, MP3s could be on here. It's 99 cents. So put a low ticket, write down low ticket in the comments if you are understanding what I'm saying. And then write down if you have any low ticket products or have any idea about some low ticket products that you could offer. Okay. So these are long term. I will say when clients work with me, we're typically more focused on high ticket sales because your list needs to be extremely large to make money from low ticket sales. So, for example, a 99-cent song to make $100,000, and really the label is going to usually take at least half of that. You'd have to sell 100,000, which means that the email list needs to be like 10 times that big, like an email list of 1 million. Raise your hand if you have 1 million people on your email list. I don't. Most people don't, unless they've been in business for several years and have put millions of dollars into growing their email list through ads. Okay. So that's just kind of how that works. Like people, I'm very familiar with the music business. The reason like people like Adele and Coldplay and all that is because they had a record label who took them on, essentially gave them a loan, fronted the money to do all this marketing. All this stuff I'm teaching all of you is things I learned in the music business since a teenager at 16 years old. I've worked with Sony Records. I've then been hired on as a consultant for Warner Brothers Records behind the scenes on all this. And it has to do with you because just the same way we've been told as artists since for years, you are the brand. And this is what I'm teaching you now. You are the brand. So you either need to have in-house, learn how to do your marketing, hire some people for consulting, but don't hire amateurs, friends, because if you're hiring amateurs, you're going to be wasting your money. And we'll talk about that later this week, but you need to work with people who know what they're doing. Otherwise, you're going to be spending money on people that don't know what they're doing. So let's keep going. So mid-level programs, let's talk about that. So mid-level programs would be, let's say you have a group coaching program that's $197 a month or $297 a month, around that area. Or let's say you have a course, a whole system you built, like I have one called Attract High Ticket Clients. And this is where they would buy the program. It's $997 or $2,000 and it's done. They may still get a call with that. There could be group texts with that. There could be more templates, training systems. This is geared towards transformation and value. Now, the high ticket stuff is quite a bit different because we're going to rack up those price points to 2,500 to 10K to even 20K and above. And that's looking at maybe a whole year mastermind. So rather than it being $297 a month, it's like $1,000 a month or $2,500 a month. These are like levels that I sell at. Why? Because of high transformation. People write this down, and we're going to talk about this on the offers day, the specific offers day. This is an overview, but I do want you to put this little bug in your ear right now. People are willing to pay for transformation. They don't need more information. We are living in an information inundation age. I was impressed that I just said that together too. So with so much information out there, I don't know about any of you, but have you sat in front of the Netflix or Amazon, like even deciding where to pick all the movies from? It's become a situation with like me and the kids and my guy and his kids. And there's like so many choices. So we've literally had to figure out, okay, we're just going to give them 3 choices and they can choose from it. And that's what you need to do as business owners. You need to understand that people are really showing up online and they're in overwhelm and they're in auto response. And instead of overwhelming them more, give them 2 options. Say it's this or this, I'll help you out. And all the different offers on your store page aren't helping you unless, again, you have 1 million people on your email list. Okay. So stop sending people to your stores with all these different options. What you need to do is you need to know what your high ticket offer is and what your mid-level offer is, like the downsell. And you always lead with high ticket. We're going to talk about this more this week, but this is important to understand. People will pay for transformation. It is greater than information. And I can't post on here because of the things, but if somebody could even write out the word transformation, the greater than sign, because this way, greater than sign, information. Because it's the same way, like, look, if you went to hire a nutrition coach and she said, She said, okay, if you work with me for 12 weeks, I'm going to get your nutrition set up. We're going to do daily check-ins Monday through Friday. I'm going to text you and it's $1,000. Or somebody else says, hey, you can buy my book for $30. So you guys are getting too caught up in prices. Would you rather have the help and in 12 weeks week radical more, or would you rather pay $30? Put it in the comments. Okay, so the greater than is the other way around. Because the open side of greater than is okay. Thank you for typing it. This is a great lesson. See, it's parenting, it's education, it's grammar, it's all the things. The greater than, this is what I remember how to do it the right way, is open towards the thing that's bigger. So if it was 11 is greater than 6, you'd put or if it was 6 is smaller than 11, right? Kidding. I love you guys. Thank you for doing it. We're gonna write it incorrectly though. We're gonna get it done right. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving on. This is a real life thing. You've seen me fix my jacket. None of us are perfect on here, but you know what else is better than perfectionism? Action. Okay, yes, and action is greater than perfectionism. Now that we've got the greater, yes, let's math lessons. You guys are hilarious. Let's now use our greater than symbol again and say action is greater than perfection, because it is, okay? And so it's like, have you guys ever been like super distracted when you're on video with like your own hair? But you know what? When that happens is that I'm not thinking about the right thing, because what I really need to be thinking about is all of you. But I do want Hollywood style hair. I just really want it. Anyway, so if that's going to go on my dream list, my why, so that I can have a Hollywood crew before every live stream. No, that's too much work. But before like professional ones, absolutely. Action is greater than perfection. We've got it down now, friends. Yes. Okay, cool. So that's what we want to focus on is mid-level and high ticket. And that's where we're going to be focusing this week. Now, the reason though that I include the low ticket is, sometimes our low ticket things can help brainstorm to the higher level things. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to be focusing on low ticket. It's going to cost a lot of money to sell. I wanted you guys to answer that question. I'm going to get my calculator out because this one, I think the battery died. So I'm going to get it on my phone. $30. Let's go back to this question. You need to understand this. A nutritionist fitness coach says, I'm going to help you get to your dream body, and we're going to do it in 12-week increments. It's $1,000 per 12 weeks. Or another lady says, hey, here's a cool cookbook, and I'll do weekly check-ins, and it's $100 a month. Which one do you want? Do you want transformation and more high touch so that you actually get to your goal? Because the truth is we are humans and we need accountability. The truth is we are humans and we need accountability. I'll say it again. The truth is we are humans and we need daily and weekly accountability to really get to goals. Why does big famous celebrities all have coaches? Why do they? Acting coaches. They have athlete coaches. I talked about this on my last thing. So put in the comments, which one do you want to hire? Do you want to hire the one for $1,000 or the one for a $30 cookbook or $100? I will figure out how to make $1,000 so that somebody can get me there faster. Like we talked about at the beginning, you can always make more money. You do not get your time back. So stop acting like you have all this time. You do not. And I will talk about this from a sales perspective because there is actual real urgency. People can be like, well, I'll call you in 2 months and we'll do it then. But then somebody who hires me today and puts it on a credit card or refinances their house or does a business loan is then making $10,000 a month when you're still barely beginning 2 months later. And it's not about them versus you. It's about the possibility of what's possible for you. Say it with me. The possibility of what's possible for me. The possibility of what's possible for me. The possibility is if you keep waiting and not having help and not having accountability, that you're going to probably be treading water and going backwards. But the possibility is if you have a coach who knows what they're doing and is there for you and keeps pushing you forward and helps you keep moving forward, you could get there way faster. This is proven. It's the law. Okay, let's keep going. So type the number 3 if you want to talk about these high ticket. What do you include in a high ticket? Well, here's the truth. You're in competition with celebrities. That's the bad news. Put the bad news bears in the comments. Bad news, having a sip of water, is that you are in competition with celebrities. Okay? Yeah, you are. Okay? They can go to a big name person site or they could go to your site. So your site better be freaking awesome. And here's the thing though. Here's the good news. Are you ready for the good news? It's very powerful. You have something a celebrity doesn't have. you have a little more time because you're not a millionaire yet. Am I right? So they might charge 2,000 for a course, but you could charge 5,000 and give somebody some one-on-one support, hand holding, daily tech support, still better than a job. Am I right? So get positive, get excited, even if it was a competitor. And the other thing you have is your unique little spice. Nobody is like you in the whole world. Nobody ever was, nobody ever will be. But that's cool. But people do use that as an excuse too many times. Do you think somebody wants to hire a celebrity that they know, or they want you? Now, here's the downfall again. I'm going to repeat it. This is such an important point that people don't realize. You need to learn from people who are around the level that you want, the way that you want to run your business. If you see somebody who's only selling courses and has a whole team of 30 people, and they're like, yeah, for $2,000, take this course and you can go through 100 pages of a PDF and do all that. This spice must flow. Or you could work with somebody who's going to meet with you weekly, going to give you a custom to-do list, has a team who's going to get it done. Which one do you want? Do you want the help beside you, arm in arm, getting it done? Or do you want to sit in front of your computer for hours, figuring out something that you shouldn't even need to figure out to begin with, and you should just be selling the thing that you're good at? So what are you good at? Put it in the comments. What are you actually selling? Who are you? What do you do? What are you selling? Put it in the comments. This is your time. I'm selling awesome done-for-you funnels, coaching, and systems. What are you selling? Put it in the comments. You got to be clear. You got to know what this is. I should be seeing it pop, 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 pop. Okay? Got to be clear. So we're going to talk about how to gain clarity around this. Okay? So what you're going to do is, what is the name of your company, or is it your name brand? You're going to write the company or your company name below. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to go through this checklist. What pieces of the online space do you currently have in place? Check all that apply. So that'd be great if you have it all. Do you have branding, a website? That's your home base. Do you have social media? Which ones? Free offer funnel. That's the thing that gives, do you have the thing that you give something away for free to get their name and email? Do you have email automation? Do you have a completed course or members area? Do you have a calendar automated system with automated payment, a qualification form for new clients, an automated qualification funnel to qualify potential new clients? These are things. An invoicing system, a sales funnel, meaning an automated funnel to sell your course, product, or service. Do you have an online store selling digital products? Again, I don't focus on this because unless you have 100,000 people or more on your email list, you're not going to make that much money over here, friends. Let's be real. Testimonials, case studies of clients you've worked with. Are you an Amazon affiliate? Okay. So what I'm going to run through is I'm going to tell you, these are the things I recommend. And if any of you don't have these already, or if you're like, I have all these other ones, look, I'm not going to argue about what is best. I want to just talk for real. Oh, you weren't seeing my screen. Bummer. Let's go through this one more time. This is the pieces, what you're going to go down here. What is the name of your company, your name or brand? You're going to write it down. These are the pieces that I was telling you about. And this is all in a checklist format. Okay. Now, what I'm going to share with you now, let me double check. You can see my screen. Can you put in the comments that you can see me, hear me, and see my screen? Say yes. Scale your biz playbook. Okay. Here's the deal. Here's the recommendation. Why is this my recommendation? Because I've been doing this for over 20 years. So you're right. There's lots of other options. If I was giving you advice, I'd say cancel all of it, move it all to these things. And I'm going to tell you that. Now, you might not be willing to do that. Sometimes my clients aren't, but the ones who do better do. And it's not because I'm like being some dictator, even though it's fair to say that I could. It's like, look, if you're going to listen to somebody about how they did it, and then you're not going to do what they said to do, what's the point? Do you not realize, like baking a cake, if you left out the flour, you're like, it's just one ingredient. Is that cake going to work? No. Same with cookies. So you did cookies. You're like, no butter. It's not going to taste better without that butter. So you can say all you want and lie to yourself, because that's what you're doing when you ask somebody for advice who has done something you've not done. So for example, my trainer, I'm working on these body goals behind here. They're over here. Okay. See these body goals here? Okay. She is Miss Universe. She's amazing. And recently, I've been working with her for a few months. I've not made as much progress as I should have. Because guess what? I've been totally not being great on my meal plan. So I've been great about my working out, and I was like 60% on the meal plan. That's not going to help me lose weight because I don't have a ton of weight to lose. And so it's like that extra percentage. And she's like, she had this call with me a couple weeks ago, and she's like, Tiana, I told you what you should be eating. Why are you editing it? I gave you 2 cheat meals, and here's your meal plan. I made this specifically for you, for your macros, for your body type, from the pictures, from your weight, from your age, from your blood work. And I do this for clients. And then they say, well, I'm not going to post daily, or I'm not going to do the video. And then I'm like, I told her, I said, you're right. Like, no, it's true. Like, I own it and I need to work on it. Okay. And there's a lot of deeper rooted things. This is why I led with the why. There's self-sabotage we all do. It's okay. I'm not here to guilt and shame anybody, but I'm here to just be real. Okay. So do I have your permission to coach you right now? Say yes in the comments if I do, or say it out loud. Otherwise, you don't have to keep watching. You can go away. But if you want to scale your business, we need to talk about real things. Don't hire somebody and not listen to them. I'm going to tell you right now the systems that work the best. There aren't exceptions. So you can use the other names. I'm not even going to name them because I don't even believe in cross promoting them. I've worked with them all. And I don't make that much money from being a ClickFunnels affiliate yet. And that might be why a lot of bigger brands don't tell people about it, because they don't make as much money as fill in the blank of any other company. But here's the deal. If what you've done has not resulted in 10K a month, why not start over? Why not say 2023 is here, and pretty much in a couple weeks, and it's time to do something differently than I've done. So if that website over there or that coaching system over there, why not simplify to scale? We need to simplify to scale. We need to simplify to scale. That's the truth. So you can go and wing it the way I kept winging it with my food and not getting results. Or you could follow a system that works from somebody who's done it. That's your decision. I'm not here to convince you of anything else. I know how to get results. So let's talk about the results. ClickFunnels for $97 a month is going to help you host everything. Website, list building funnels, sales funnels, and your course hosting. That's it. Email marketing and CRM. No, I don't work with anything except ConvertKit. A company that I do love, but they are much pricier, and they got really complicated when Keep bought them, was Infusionsoft. I did love working with them. I will give them some props. But for a startup entrepreneur, $200, $300 a month is too much. It's only 27 up to 1,200 leads. Automated qualification forms. The reason Jotform is better than free Google Forms is because it actually emails your inbox. And when I build the funnels that I build for my clients, it lets us do some automations. Google Forms doesn't, because it's free. You get what you pay for. Can we just say that for a minute? You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. If you were dating somebody and a woman was okay with the man not treating, I'm not talking every meal, we all can contribute, but you know what I mean. It's their first date. A woman that accepts a man who doesn't treat her is going to accept a lot of crap. So you can go and try and get all the free things you want. But when I break this down for you, then you're being willing to accept crap, essentially. Okay? Are you guys okay with real? Because I think a lot of you are parents. So you're telling your children something like, don't do that thing because this is what happens. And they're like, I'm going to do it anyway. So you're right. Some of you need to learn that, but you came here for me to tell you what your systems need to be. And if your systems aren't in place, I'm going to tell you exactly why you're struggling. You're trying to learn too many things. You're focused your time on the wrong things. And it's time to simplify to scale. Put it in the comments, simplify to scale. Let's keep going. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. So brand kit, social media images, Canva Pro, $12.95 a month. Automated calendar system, Calendly. It's just the go-to. It works with most things. Again, if you were working with me, I'd say cancel everything, move everything here. And your life would be so much easier because I have templates, things like that. Again, you can go mess around with this. The most important thing is you have it, but the reason I do it this way is these things seamlessly work together. Invoicing and bookkeeping program, QuickBooks is $29. It means you can invoice your clients, as well as it's what most bookkeepers and tax accountants use. So this is important to have. And you can also combine the other things like Stripe. And that means, like, for example, if you use Stripe to hook it to ClickFunnels, I think they raise their rates to 3.7% of every transaction. And you do need to be careful with all this. You need to have contracts for your clients, all that. These are things I help my clients with. Let's break this down. The total monthly business budget for every single one of these things is only, say only with me, only $223.95 a month. Your possibility of income from these funnels, these systems in place is 7 figures and beyond. And realize one course sale at $247 a month, just one, not one a day, one, would pay for all these softwares. Do you not think you could hustle your booty enough to actually sell one course through Instagram a month? Come on, friends. The potential profit is hundreds of thousands to millions for this. And you could save more money if you paid for each of these by the year. You'd probably save yourself a few $100s per year. But let's say you're on a month-to-month budget for now and you're just getting started. That's why I broke this down. Can we just say truth in the comments if you're agreeing with this? You're like truth bombs. I'm giving you truth. I'm giving you systems. I'm not the person who's going to come on here and smile and say, you can just make a choice. And yeah, you pay that in coffee. I definitely pay that in coffee. Maybe one visit to freaking Starbucks with 2 of the kids we have, not all 4, is $50 for a breakfast sandwich and a coffee for everybody, right? $50 for that? I could make that at home and pay for your softwares. The truth is it's this or that. Are you gambling? Are you doing other things? Oh, she's going to do it. She's going to ask you questions. No, like, look, this is your life. I'm just telling you, cancel everything and move it to a system and stop looking. Like when people write me like, have you tried this thing? I'm like, no, and don't ask me. I told you what I'm doing. You told me you're not making 10K. You're not making 50K. You're not making 100K months. So don't ask me what I think you should do. This is what I'm telling you all need to do. And you need a business coach and you need a mastermind. And if you don't have those things, you are going to be spinning your wheels in place. Okay. So you got to figure out something that you can somehow afford. It's just the way it is. And you got to figure it out. Otherwise, you're going to stay in place. Okay. So there's a lot of other things that I could say on this, but we're going to keep going. We're almost done. Okay. So we are done with this one. We are done. Let's review this real quick. Okay. You're going to go through this business playbook today. This is day 1. Every day won't be this long, I don't think. I'm actually making it this week. I redid everything for this program because I just felt like after this year and all the things I've heard in different programs and in different things, I really wanted to deliver to you guys something unique and new. And I wanted to take you through a process after working with so many people I've worked with that really helps you understand there is a formula to this, as well as you need to go in order. You need to go in order. You need to go in order. You don't meet somebody and have a baby the next day. First of all, it's physically impossible to have them the next day. You know what I mean? So what do they say? Don't put the carriage before the horses. What is the saying? Type it in for me. Help me out, friends. Okay. There's an order. It's the way you build a house. There is a foundation. If you don't build it on the rock, then it will sink into sinking sand. So I'm giving you a foundation. And every day this week, we're going to grow on it. I'm going to share with you how we then use these things to build a scalable, sustainable, beautiful business that you could run as a solopreneur on the go, which is what I did for years. And then I realized I truly do want to scale to 7 figures. So now I'm doing that with a couple team members. Don't put the cart before the horse. Thank you, whoever wrote that. It doesn't let me know until I go later. It says Facebook user. You guys should register your names on StreamYard so the rest of this week I can know who's typing to me. That would be a lot more fun. I think only one of you did that. It was Jackie. The rest of you, there's a link that says like, if you register, then it lets me see your name. Otherwise, I'm just like seeing comments on the software, which is super fun and it makes me guess. But yeah, so here's what we're doing. Again, thank you so much for being here. You're going to get this Scale Your Biz playbook. It's going to come live in 9 minutes. And you're going to download it. You're going to print it. And we will also, I know that Darla made us a digital fill in the blank copy. I'm not sure I'm going to give that one. If you want that one, I might charge for that. Honestly, I've never given out a playbook for this during a free thing, but I just wanted to do that for this week. This will all be only for sale after this week. And so I really encourage you to take action. Invite more friends. I'm going to extend the deadline till tomorrow. So if you have some friends, we're still going to try and hit that 100-person mark. We've got about 50 to go, 40 to go. We just launched it really Saturday. So it's been a little last minute on the group, but this is training is bar none. We've got a prize at the end of the week when we see whoever your friends are that got in, there's going to be an Amazon gift card for for first place $100, a second place for $50 for whoever got the most people in here. And then the other thing is, we have a lot of other cool prizes coming up. I'm going to be giving out some kind of Apple product. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm kind of feeling it out. There's going to be some 7-figure swag, some gifts for the holidays. And most importantly, though, let's be honest. You want to create your dream life. You want to travel where you want to travel. You want to send your kids to the schools and colleges that you dream. You want to set them up for their life. You want them to have a different life than you had. And you want the rest of your life to be the best of your life. Type that in the comments if anybody else wants the rest of your life to be the best of your life. You want to be healthy, happy, joyful, and have fun and make a lot of money so you can go do all the cool things you want to do, because guess what? It all costs money. So how do you make more money? You make more money by following a system of success. So I'm excited to be here with all of you, and comment, share, let's rock this thing. The homework will be up here in just a few minutes, and I can't wait to hear what you think. If you've not introduced yourself, do an introduction post. I want everybody doing your introduction post. You don't have to do it on the feed. You can share a picture of who you are. This is your part. You never know who's in here too. Yes, there's no like promotion, but the truth is it's always promotion. We're always selling in the sense of like, share who you are and just share it to be engaged. You get what you give. And so I'm giving, and yes, the best of your life for the rest of your life. That's right. The rest of your life is the best of your life. Like for real, own it, take it. No one's gonna give it to you. In fact, there is a fight for you not to have it. Would anybody like some truth bombs? Who wants to hear about that for a minute? There's actually a fight for you not to have your best life. So you get to decide if you win. You get to decide that when anything hard happens, if you say, oh, poor me, or this is working out for my good. It's going to make me think different. This is working out for my good. This is working out for my good. This is working out for my good. That tire that just broke, it's working out for my good because I'm going to make some money and get all 4 of my tires replaced. This thing that I really want this week, that I don't have the cash flow, I'm going to think differently this week so that I can hire Tiana this week. This thing that just broke in my life, it's going to be better than ever, or I'm going to have a new partner. Whatever it is working out for your good. That's the truth. But the lie is that you're a victim. You're no victim. You're an adult. If you're making yourself in a victim's capacity, get out. You are a victor. Write it in the comments. I'm a victor. I am a warrior. I am a queen. I only see women here, but if there's some men, I'm a king. And I know it sounds cheesy, but whatever. Wouldn't you rather live for something? Wouldn't you rather have passion for something? Compliment and love the people around you. Don't be critical anymore. Don't be critical of yourself, and don't be critical of others. It's time to love. And I feel called to share a really sad story with you. I was telling my man about, because I really don't believe in being critical. I will give you guys some truth bombs. I will say this is the thing, but this is not criticizing you. This is giving you truth to help you. When I was about 6 years old, my little sister, who's about a year and a half younger than me, gave me a drawing. And on it was like a kind of scraggly looking girl with a frowny face. It was like a little house. I remember it clearly. And then there was another little girl with a smiley face. And I asked her, because I was really hurt, because when she showed it to me, because I was only 6 and she's 5, so I'm still very young myself. I said, why did you make me like the ugly one or the sad one? That's what I said. And she started crying, and she said, that one's me, this one's you. Which was doubly painful because like, I just wish I hadn't used that word. And it was only because like, I thought she drew me sad, but I realized the power of words and criticism at that young age. And I'm sharing this with you for a reason. I made a decision from that point forward in my life, and I've stuck pretty true to it. I've definitely failed, but literally I would say since 6 years old, that I would not criticize or use my words to put other people down. And I wouldn't even guess. I would always ask for clarification, like, oh, what does this picture mean to you? And I was sharing this with someone because it's so easy to criticize or to point out the things we don't like. But I'm encouraging you to look for the beauty of yourself and of life and of others. So as you are in this business space, that you start to build up yourself, that you get to build up others, and that you use your words for you and not against you, that you use your words and your thoughts for you, not against you, that you use your words and thoughts for you, not against you, that you use your words, your thoughts, and your actions for you and anyone you come in contact in this life. It doesn't matter to me if somebody is cruel to me. I will not be cruel back because that makes me cruel. It's not even about being like them or not being like them. I don't want to be that person. So what I'm calling you to be is excellent. What I'm calling you to be is loving. And I'm not sure why this just came up of, scaling foundations, but I will tell you this. Because of my mindset around giving and around loving and believing that there's always more than enough time and money for me, I can give without a fear of what I'm getting. And whether that's compliments or kindness or business training, it does, like, I get to show up and be awesome. And I get to show love every day to myself and to others. So today, whatever you learned, I would love you to share here in the group. And I would love you to apply something you've learned. Because the gift you can give me, besides, yes, paying for some things for me and my kids for Christmas, that'd be fantastic. You can hire me. But it's to apply what you're learning so that these things I've learned and spent my lifetime mastering are continued to get shared. That's why I'm showing up. So I do believe that I get to get paid for this. And the agreement for this container is Monday through Friday, you have me for free cash wise. The exchange is energy. Write down energy again. Energy. So that energy means this. If I've done something for you today, I would love for you to do something for somebody else, as well as I also can use as an entrepreneur and single mom providing for my children at Christmas time and at the holidays, any kind of shout out, any kind of thing you would like to purchase from me. But the thing is, even your energy of applying what you've learned today blesses me because I'm here to show up to share with you some things that I think are misrepresented in the online space. And so I hope you've gained some clarity. I hope you understand the rest of your life is the best of your life. I hope that you have seen that there are systems for success, that things must go in order, and that you've got these worksheets that are just dropping right now for you. So let's go get to work. Take the time to do it. Comment when you've done your homework. Make your introduction post and do your homework, and you're golden. Okay. So lots of love to each of you. I am Tiana. With TianaSmithCoaching.com. And I'm a goofy diva and I'm okay with it. And so I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Comment with any questions, share the love. Let's have a great week together. And I will see you again tomorrow. Make sure you watch any of these. The videos will be taken down within 24 hours. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will be checking into the group. See you soon.